Today we are going to do the pocket fold on a few different things, like leggings, sheets, blankets, because a lot of you have requested this from me, either for quilts or sheets, fitted sheets, regular sheets, whatever it might be. I use the pocket fold on almost everything now. Well, that I fold. I hang up a lot of my stuff too, but anyway, I'm going to start with a fitted sheet, and I'm also going to show you some ways that you can put them together, like the folded and the flat sheet. The folded. Sorry guys, this is just me. Yeah, my words get jumbled all the time. But the flat sheet and the fitted sheet you can put together and fold them all together, and either put it in a pillowcase or put the pillowcase inside of the little pocket that you're going to create. So a few different ways we can do this. So starting with a fitted sheet, and this one's a little different because this has elastic all the way around, so it's a little trickier for that reason. So if you don't have this kind, it's actually a little bit easier. So the way that I do this, it's exactly the same whether it's got the stretchy all the way around, or if some of the sides have just the regular seam, which I'll do a different one here that's a twin, and show you how I do that. So anyway, okay, so you're gonna go long end, find the long end, and I think that's why it's hard to tell on these, but I think that's the long end, and you're gonna go inside out and put your finger right to the end of that seam where the little corner is on both sides. Put your fingers together, fold that over onto your arm, and then I usually just switch to this side, but probably depends on if you're right or left-handed, whatever makes more sense for you. And then you're going to find the other side and do the same thing. So this side, it's going to be a little trickier because you don't have both hands, but you just kind of follow that to the end here. Put your finger in the corner. That's what that's called. And then I take this, and you can kind of use your other hand to just pick this up and poke it right in there. So do you see how, in fact, I'll show on this camera how we've got these seams together. And then we're going to take this and put those two fingers together and fold it all together. So now you've got all four corners folded onto the same arm. And then you're just going to lay it down on a table, bed, floor. I know some of you are like, floor, that's disgusting. I'm not going to sleep on sheets that have been on the floor, but it's up to you. I'm saying if there is no other surface, sometimes you have to use the floor. So just vacuum it first, make sure it's fairly clean. But okay, so then you're just going to lay it down and make kind of a rectangle-ish. By the way, these are queen sheets. This is going to look a little different if it's a twin or a king, full, but this is a queen, probably the most common size, at least for me, that I'd be folding. So you got it kind of in a rectangle here, and then I'm going to fold this end in and just smooth that out. So we're going to do thirds here. That out. Okay, and since this side is a little bit neater, I'll show on this camera, versus that end. Well, actually it doesn't really look that bad, but I like to turn it around, and then we're going to tuck this into this side. So this is where you're going to create your pocket. So See how that creates a little pocket right there? Because you've got it in thirds. That's the secret. Thirds, sometimes fourths will work too, and I may show you that, but I have done fourths before too, and it's worked. But and then you're just going to take the other side and fold it into that little pocket you just created. And then once you get it in there, you just kind of go like this to get it all smoothed out, and there you go. So there's your fitted, and now I'm going to show you, well, if you want to keep them separate, I'll show you how I do the flat sheet. I'm not going to get this all unfolded, but I basically have just folded it in half and then half again. So yeah, so you take the long ends, fold them together, and then fold that into, so you're basically folding it into fourths. You're gonna go hamburger, hamburger. If you guys know hamburger and hot dog, it would be hamburger, hamburger. So anyway, and then that gets it to this stage. I'll put it up here just to show you a little better. Okay, and then at this point, sometimes if you want them the same size, you can kind of measure this. So to do this the same size, you would actually have to fold it a little funny, like do something like if you don't want it to be exactly the same size and just want to go thirds or even fourths, let's try fourths. Let's go, because I'm pretty sure this will work with the fourths too. Let's see. So fourths. Okay, it will, but we're going to turn this so that it's like that, so that when we turn it down, okay, because this is going to be the part that you fold it into, and you can see there is a little pocket there. See that? So yeah, fourths. In fact, that works pretty well to make it the same size. So I like that. Thirds on the fitted, fourths on the flat, just because it bunches up a little bit, so the third still makes it about the same size. So okay, so fold that down, fold this one up, get the hairs off. Always try to make these about, so you're folding them both into about the same size, so that when you fold this one over, it's going to come up to about right there. So like this, open that pocket, and just pull. I will take the corners and just kind of pull them into these corners. This seems like it's a lot of work, but once you have done it a couple times, it actually goes really quick. So, and then I just flatten it out, just take my hands, go like that, just to flatten it, and look how beautiful that is. Nice. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to fold these together if you wanted to keep them together. Because usually when you're using sheets, you want both the fitted and the flat. So I'm going to show you how to put them together. Okay, so let's just open this back up to, oops, this stage. Get it somewhat arranged into a rectangle. Okay, so then you're going to take your flat sheet, and you've got it folded into fourths right here, and then you're going to fold it one more time just enough to fit on top of this. So, however you get to this point, it really doesn't matter if you folded it crosswise or, you know, hot dog first and then hamburger, you know, whatever. As long as they both come out to be about the same size. And you just lay that on top. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold this into thirds. So sometimes I go like that just to create a crease. Oh, it's not quite third. Okay, here we go. And then the other side. Okay, and this doesn't matter because it's all gonna get tucked in, but yeah, so we're gonna flip that around, put this end down. It does get a little bulky, so if you do this, just know it's gonna be a little bit bulky, but that's okay. Okay, and then that one is not the best one I've ever done. In fact, you know what? Hang on. Let's try this again. Okay. Sometimes if it's too loose, like it came out just like it did right there, I'll fold it a little tighter to that so that we can get more of this inside the pocket. And just take that and push it to the corner there. Okay, there, that's a little better. All right, so now there we go. It doesn't look as neat because it is a little bulkier, but at least they're together. So that is one option. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna show you now. There we go. A twin. So we'll take that apart. Okay, so here is, oh, this is another one that has got elastic all the way around, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna go, oh, sorry, my throat is dry. So long end, inside out. Put your finger in the corner there, finger in the corner there. Put your fingers together, transfer it, fold it onto your arm, and then follow this down to the next corner. Stick your finger in there, and then you can kind of use your hand here to find the other side. And by the way, so it'll be inside out here, but then you're gonna go to right side out, right there. That makes sense. Okay, and now that you've got those two corners, put those together, fold it all onto the same arm to get those together, and just kind of straighten it out. Sometimes it helps to just shake it and take these two loose ends here and yeah, shake them so that they come together a little better. Okay, now we've got our rectangle. Here, I'll just pull that down a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna do thirds. So put that in, put that in, flip it around because that's the nicer end. Yeah. Okay, so third, and then fold that into the little pocket there. So take that corner, shove it into that corner, and just straighten everything out like this. And there you go. Beautiful. Okay, you can do the same thing with pillowcases. So I know some people like to store their entire folded and flat sheet. I keep saying folded, fitted and flat sheet in their pillowcase, but to me that's so, I don't know, I mean, I guess it would work, but often I use the pillowcases separately, so I don't like to fold them together, but you could store them inside this little pocket here if you wanted to keep it all together. So anyway, okay, so we're gonna go, you could either do thirds or fourths. I'm gonna do fourths just to make it a little smaller. So just put that twice, and then we're gonna take this, see our little pocket there. Actually, I'm gonna go this side because that's a little neater. Okay. And there we go. Okay, I'm gonna store that right in there. Well, here, I'll show you one more time with the, oh, this is two pillowcases together. So let's try that. So, see that? Two pillowcases. I'm just gonna fold twice. Now you've got a set of pillowcases together. So there you go. Look how nice that one is. That's just a flat sheet. So did I do, oh yeah, I did demonstrate a flat sheet. So, okay, there's that. Here's just another one that is all folded together. So that one turned out a little nicer than the one that I folded earlier, but that's the fitted and flat together. All right, now I'm going to show you on some blankets. So this, you might have to try, because blankets are all different sizes, so I can't tell you one exact way that's going to work, because sometimes you have to just find the best fold for you. I think the main thing to remember is that you just want to create a pocket somewhere near the end, and you need enough room for it. So like in this case, I'm folding this lengthwise, so not the long ends together. This was actually folded the two short ends together, or the two, whatever, you know what I mean. I took the short end and folded it like a hot dog. And there we go. And then, let's see, what did I do after that? I think it was, yeah. So, hot dog, hamburger, and then we're gonna do the thirds from here. So I like to tuck this end in first with all of the edges. So that, this end, and then I'm gonna flip this. Do thirds again. So here, and then grab that and put it into that corner, that one into that corner. Just smoosh it in there. That's an official term, smush it in there. Okay, there you go. And that's like a little pillow. Cute. Okay, so there's that. And I'll show you one more time with a different size. So, okay, and it looks like on this one, I did that a little different, but okay, I'm gonna pretend that it was never folded in the first place, and I just picked this up and I'm like, okay, how should I fold this? So I think I would go, this is almost like a square. It's hard to, well, this is the short end, long end, but I'm just gonna go like that. And then, let's put it up here and see. Okay, and then let's go, you know what? No. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on that one. So, was it on that one? I don't remember, but I'm gonna do fourths on this. Okay, so this is one case where I can show you how to do the fourths because this actually works out where it's got a pocket. All right, so, but to do that, we've got to turn that over and then pull this end in. You can see there's a pocket there. And sometimes this is long enough that you almost have to do 3 folds. You just have to fill it out like this. And then one more time. In fact, let's pull that back a little bit. And do that. Okay, that did not turn out as well as I'd wanted it to because it's got all this ugly stuff on the side. So I'm going to do that again, and I think this time what I'm going to do is not quite fold it to the edge. So we've got this stuff still that will get tucked away. So that. One, two, and then there's our pocket. And there we go. Much better. I mean, it's still got a little bit of that, but it's still pretty. So I know a lot of people now have told me that they like to just fold their blankets like this for their couch for guests, and it looks like a pillow until they need to use it, and just undo it, use it as a blanket. So there's that. Okay, now this is what I've discovered, so you can use a pocket fold on almost anything. So my leggings I use a pocket fold on. So This is my leggings, and just fold them in half like this. And then I don't quite fold it to the top, and then I'll fold that down. That just creates less bulk than going like this. So I'll just do that, fold that top portion down, and then I tuck this little thing in, and then you can either, oh, it won't stay in. It usually does, but of course it won't for me. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can either roll it and tuck it in there like so. And it doesn't come undone. Or you can fold it like this and do that same thing. Instead of rolling, you just fold it. So tuck that in, fold, and fold. Just tuck it in there. So, however you like those. So yeah, there's sometimes I like to store mine rolled like this in my basket, so I can just pull out the ones that I need, but you could do this too, and you know, just pull out the one you need. So anyway, there's a couple different methods there. Okay, and then this is just silly because you really don't need to fold these like this, but I'm just showing you that you can fold about anything with a pocket fold as long as you create a little pocket. So same thing, this is like the leggings. I just fold that little piece in, oh, fold that down, and then I'm just gonna, here, I'll do thirds, and just tuck that into there. This is a little different because it's a little looser, so, but you know, if you're packing a suitcase or something, that'll prevent it from coming undone. So, but anyway, that's just one way. And then you probably don't want to do this to all your t-shirts because it might actually stretch them out, but just to show you it is possible. So here's how I did this. Just lay it out, fold these in into thirds, and I gotta fold the sleeve back like that, and then that's gonna be where I'm gonna tuck it into. So I'm just gonna get 1, 2, and then tuck. See, this might stretch out the bottom of the t-shirt a little too much, so use caution with that, but it does work if you don't want it to come undone. There you go. But I mean, these have stretch to them, so I'm not worried about stretching that to tuck it, but yeah, t-shirts are a little different. So there is the pocket fold, and you can use it on so many different things. So I hope you guys find some ways you can use it in your house and just have some fun with it. This is not, of course, necessary. It's just fun. I like a nicely folded, whatever it is, sheets, blankets. So anyway, you guys can have fun with folding. So hope you learned something. Let me know what you like to use the pocket fold on, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.